Hello everyone, my name is Dami McFadden. I'm currently the Community School Director for the Community School Youth Development Department at PSMS 188. Why do I work for this department in this agency? Real simple. The kids that we serve are exact copies of me when I was young. I was homeless. I grew up in a single parent home on a public assistance. But organizations like the Children Aid Society, other settlement houses, and other youth programs help build me to the person that I am today. The young people that we serve can look to me as a road, like not a road map, but more as an instruction manual. I grew up just like they did. They can never say, "Hey, Mr. D, you don't understand." I understand. And I just want to show them how important it is to be proud of who you are and where you came from. Just because you grew up in the projects doesn't mean you're part of the projects. It just makes you stronger. And one thing I tell the young people, iron sharpens iron. And the struggles that they're going through now is just going to make them stronger and better human beings in the future. So to answer your question, why do I do what I do for this agency? Because this agency is doing for the kids. And I want to be a part of helping this agency serve as many kids and families as possible. What does it mean to be a Black man in the role of the community school director? I'm currently one out of two other Black men that serve the children and families at PSMS 188. And to me, it's not a job, it's a responsibility. Because these young people, especially the young boys, can look to me and the other African American male that works with me as, again, I said it before, as roadmaps. Come to us, talk to us, learn from us. It's not a job, it's a responsibility. So the school that we serve, the families are primarily African American and Latino population. And I am one of two other Black males. So my job is to help these young people understand and be proud of their culture, be proud of their Black skin, not be ashamed, and not let them see that what all the negativity that they see about African Americans on TV is real. To educate them and show them what's not in the books or in social studies class, just 1 month of the year of Black and African American history, but tell them about all the amazing, things that Black people have done throughout the years. So to me, it's not a job, it's a responsibility. My job is to speak truth into these young people. I want to share some messages to my non-Black colleagues throughout the agency. 3 messages. 1, don't be silent. Being silent is actually more detrimental to the cause. If it's like you don't care. I look at Facebook and I see people who I grew up with, I went to college with, I was in the military with, quiet through everything. And it shows me that they don't care. Silence is actually louder than talking in this situation. 2, stop saying, "I don't see color." You should see color. You should see that I'm a Black man. You should see what I bring to the table. You should see that that person over there is an Asian Korean man, what he brings to the table. You should see that that person over there is a Hispanic man, a white man. We all bring something to the table. It's like that old fable of stone soup. Everyone brings something to the pot. And if we all bring something to the pot, our differences, our culture, we can be such an amazing place. 3rd is use your white privilege. I'm not going to get into depth with that, but you know what that means. That the color of your skin can open up more doors than the color of my skin.
Good morning. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Hugh Signey Jr., and I am the Director of Social Justice Youth Development within the Community Schools and Youth Development Department. I serve in this role for many reasons. However, the primary reason is because it is essential that our team, our department, our agency equip our youth and our community with the knowledge, the resources, and the support in advocating for themselves, for their communities, their families, and understanding that we have to be the voice for the voiceless. It's important that our community understand that what is happening, not only in the United States, but what is essentially designed to suppress them, is not the end all, be all. We need to have them understand their magnitude and power and understanding their knowledge and potential. And so therefore, being able to equip them with tools and resources and workshops and role model mentorship programs is essential for them to understand that this fight, this struggle, is not something they will be doing alone. And so therefore, playing in this role is imperative for me because it is how I know I have an impact in the community. Now, being in this role as a Black man, I think is not only monumental, but imperative for our youth to see that positions such as mine they are more than highly capable in obtaining. I think our youth grow up in a society that is designed to let them know that if they can't dribble a basketball, if they can't write down a lyric, they can't succeed. And so therefore I am here, my position is here, and my leadership is here to show them that anything is possible. As long as you have the support, as long as you have the ability, as long as you have the resources and tools, you can achieve anything you want. Being in this role is refreshing for me because it gives me an understanding that I play an integral part in our community. And so therefore, for me, this is essential when giving our tools, when giving our students and community the tools needed in order to succeed. A message I would like to share with our non-Black colleagues within the agency and in the community that we serve as a collective is to understand that this work needs to be done and led by Black people, but most importantly, needs to be supported by our non-Black colleagues. Reasons being, we have experienced what has been happening to us for 400 years. And so therefore, we are experts in understanding what that experience is. In order to understand that experience, it is imperative that our non-Black allies connect with Black leaders in our community and understanding how can we not only dismantle the systemic racism in our government and our police, but most importantly in our agency and within other institutions. You know, this may not be deliberate, but the reality is that these systems have been in place for quite some time, and we may not be aware of what system we have in our agency that could make us complicit in the work that we're saying we would like to do. But it's imperative that we have a high voice, a strong stance on anti-racist work. And in order for us to do this work, it needs to be done as a collective. It needs to be led by Black leaders and supported by non-Black allies. And most importantly, I would also say that it is imperative that our non-Black allies who understand the magnitude of this work, they need to have conversations in their circles, within their families, amongst their colleagues, in their communities, because it takes deconstruction of education that they were taught in order for them to understand the level of our oppression that is placed on us by these systemic racist systems. And so therefore, I would implore our non-Black colleagues to to begin joining the work with us in order for us to really do the work that we are claiming we would love to do. I am very fortunate to work for an organization such as Education Alliance because I do understand with the leadership of Alan Van Campel that he is truly intentional in dismantling these systems. And I applaud you, Alan, for all the great work that you continue to do. And I look forward to connecting with you and sharing ideas and in building in partnership a truly sustainable system that will not only invite community members and our participants into our organization, but also call out those systems that we currently are trying to dismantle with the support of Education Alliance. And so therefore, thank you to everyone who has been fighting with us, who has been advocating for us, and I look forward to continue to building with Education Alliance. Have a blessed day.
Why are you serving as role within the community schools and youth development department at Education Alliance?
I serve in this role because I want my children of color to see someone that looks like them in a leadership position. I am a product of the public school, and I know that it is a system that has its kinks, but it also works. Our youth need change. Our youth need to see that there are people out there that care about them, that look like them, and want them to succeed.
Today, what does it mean to be a Black man in that role?
That is a great question. I chose this backdrop of the bullseye to show what Black men and men of color deal with every day. We have a bullseye on our head from every direction. I don't want our youth to grow up thinking that this is a norm and this is something that they should have to deal with. I don't want them to deal with this no more, and I will do all of my power to stop them from dealing with this. Because they are somebody, they will be somebody, and they can be somebody.
What is the most important message that you want to share with your white and non-Black colleagues across the agency and throughout Ed Alliance?
What I want to share with my colleagues, non-white, non-Black, I want to share with everyone that we do understand that all lives matter. As a child of God, I understand that all lives matter. But I want it to be understood at this moment that Black lives matter right now. Because we're being taken out at a very high rate. And we need help. We need help to get our message across. We need people to keep going out there protesting. We need people to get this message across. We need people to spread that this is not the way that the world should be right now. It is very hard to be a Black man in America, and it's always been hard to be a Black man in America. We are trying to improve it, but we cannot do it alone. We need help, and we understand that we need help. And the more help that we get, I can move from out of this bullseye and not be chopped.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Kwalo Semexon. I am delighted and excited to say thank you for recruiting me to be a part of the Community Schools and Youth Development Department to work as your Family, Wellness, and Restorative Practice Coordinator. A little background about myself. I've been working with Educational Alliance since 2012, and I have to say, this agency has shown me there are agencies such as this one that believes in building communities and breaking the cycle of poverty, regardless of your race, color, and gender. I say this because being born on the border of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, I grew up with an identity crisis due to the conflict both countries have till this day. However, when I moved to America, I was given the opportunity through college with a history major to understand what it means to be a multilingual Black man, even in our world today, where Black men continues to be ambushed by racism and injustice. So throughout my journey, I developed a passion to work with underprivileged youth like myself as a college counselor at Southern Connecticut State University, where I help prep 50 incoming freshmen every year to better prepare themselves as college students. I also worked as a program manager with the Department of Higher Education through Gear Up, and this program provided $5,000 scholarships for 4 years to 30 high school seniors every year. And I took a leap of faith and went and moved to New York City in order to further expand my knowledge through college readiness, ESOL, family and fatherhood engagement with adults in our Head Start program here at Educational Alliance, where we started a college access program with 7 parents who were interested in college to now where I can say I helped over 25 parents reach their goals by completing a college degree. I say all this to say I look forward to start working with all the administrators, staff, and teachers that will help me to continue to develop and build skills in order to further expand our family engagement, wellness, cultural awareness, and overall well-being. Thank you for having me on board.